All right, folks, welcome back to the OlimoLeague. It's game number 3 here in the finals, and it is match point as one of these two guys is up 2-0. However, it's not the guy in the bottom left. Playing for My Insanity, we're really hoping for the comeback on this one. It's none other than the My Insanity Sacsri.
Nipper right as the Red Terran. MVP's center.
All right, so for Sacsri, man, okay, well, this is annoying. I feel like that last game may have been his best bet to try and play like a macro game and overwhelm. But center, despite playing passive and despite going for these upgrades that were seemingly ineffective for a long time, it went really well for him. Lots of really good engagements too, without clutch Widowmine shots, getting 50 Baneling kills or anything like that. Terrain, I think, was probably the biggest thing he abused that game.
It's so odd to look at that game and then go back in the VOD and look at the game versus Salvation on Deadwing, where almost the same thing happened, right? It opened with a 10 pull, so it did start off worse for Salvation, but it was the same kind of deal with like the fast fourth command center, playing very passive. But what Salvation couldn't do in the main engagements, Center definitely did.
Yeah.
Definitely had the beefier army, the good upgrades, was able to find a good position. I mean, Sacsri's creep spread, you know, if you go into the game at like 20 minutes and you saw that creep spread, you'd probably be like, wow, this Zerg's doing really well, right? But it still didn't matter. Center's army was just too good.
Well, because it's starting up here soon, I want to remind you all that once we're done casting this, we will be hosting Fragmite Masters whenever they get around to starting. So, hope you guys have enjoyed the OlimoLeague so far. It's weird to do it on a Tuesday. Normally, this does happen every Saturday. Well, I guess now 6 a.m. for a little bit of time, but more importantly, 10 p.m. Korea time. And yeah, we've just had lots of great tournaments. Hopefully many more to come, and don't mind sharing the love after this with another tournament stream. So get comfy, pull up some popcorn, and enjoy your day of StarCraft, guys. But Reaper gets really close to dying. We'll get away.
Yeah, does want to get the scout back in. Of course, the first game opened up the Roach Baneling all in, so he's got to be mindful of that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I like about that, though. I don't think players ever necessarily get scared, like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. But I mean, when you put on that aggression in that first game, the precedent is set for the rest of the games you play in that series. They know you're willing to do it.
Exactly. Well, it's going to be a 3cc opener for center, so he's not scared. It's really, I mean, he did that last attack, that last game, that kind of weird Hellbat attack that didn't even use the Banshees as I thought that they were. I wonder if he'll do it again.
Well, with the 3cc opener, the thing too, at one point, Sacsri's actually not going to see this. You know, the game he decided to Roach Baneling all in, it almost worked. It barely didn't, but the point was it got scouted very quick.
He did. I just like, it's actually kind of surprising. We had one ZVZ. Okay, I'll give you that one. But there hasn't really been any like, oh no, maybe that's why the Hellbat game versus Snoot, like the Roach Burrow versus Hellbats, right? Like that's why we haven't seen any more Hellbat attacks. Is that failed so hard? Is the president for the rest of the tournament?
I don't know if Center was watching or not, but maybe, perhaps.
I don't think he was watching at all. Actually, I just think that like, you know, everyone's feeling like maybe I shouldn't Hellbat all in today. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. Because of that game. The spirits are talking.
Speaking of players watching games, you know who's freaking adorable? Solar. So he often asks times like if we can link him VODs from like, you know, when we cast players he's gonna be up against, like say Parting, right? For the GSL and stuff. And I don't know, he just made a point of saying sometimes he watches our other VODs too because he likes watching our games.
Aww.
This attack goes incredibly well. 15 workers killed through this suicide squad of an attack. 17 workers killed. 18 workers killed.
Dang. That was really good.
If Sacsri was on a third base, this is maybe not so devastating, but he's on 2 bases. He was going for these faster mutants. His lair finished up. This was all scouted and revealed through that attack. Now, there is some fear. There's a counterattack coming, but the Hellions are on the way. They're going to pop in a second. There's certainly going to be maybe an SCV kill or two, but I don't think this will be that devastating. Not nearly as bad as it was for poor Sacsri.
Yeah, it should not be 18. Something goes drastically wrong if it is 18.
It's barely 1.
Yeah. So, that's absolutely... The best thing that could have happened to Center happened right there. Yeah. He gets a scout. He gets a lot of drone kills. I mean, it is still you know, it's still scary. Yeah, the mutas are going to be out, and he's going to have to deal with them. And you know, the third might be hard to take. That's not a wall. That's a L bracket.
You know what it is? It's actually a question mark. Or
am I doing this right?
Something more inappropriate if I angle the camera this way.
Anyways. It's not even. It's not even that. No.
Sorry, what?
It's not. It's
huh?
not.
8 equal sign, equal sign.
It doesn't even look like it. Oh my god.
It's a crooked a little bit, but you know, everyone's unique in their own way.
Veers to the left.
It's genetics, okay?
Oh,
you don't get to pick genetics.
Okay, whatever, man, whatever. So the mutas are on the way, but the production has only started for center, so you won't have like a lot of Marines spread around the map. We'll have to rely a little bit on the Vikings to help, and of course missile turrets.
One day I'll grow up, guys, but I promise you it's not anytime soon, and I'm sorry for that. But we have center once more investing in these earlier Vikings. Man, it's just literally the only player I've seen do this, and I like it a lot, quite frankly. The potential that they can land them on the ground too is, oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, usually it's like 1 or 2 if they think their production isn't ready yet, but rarely like 4 or even 5 or 6 when you're going bio.
Well, the thing too as well is if you get enough Vikings, you can start actually sniping off the Mutalisks, even without those upgrades, even without going mech. I mean, 6 Vikings can get a lot of damage done. 8's really nice to have, but a third base is, of course, best.
Yeah, things are looking just so... It's going to be like a clean win. You know, if center wins, it's just be like, okay, time to attack, typical time. Okay, you don't have enough banelings. All right, GG. I'll see if Sacsri can work some magic.
I don't want to call it so soon though, because it is a situation where we've seen Terran players throw games where they get way too over-dedicated, they get way too overextended. I mean, I've got hopes for Sacsri here. I've got hopes.
Yeah.
I've got dreams of a game 5, of game 4 even.
Yeah, well, it just... Okay, so for instance, like here, right? If he had 10 banelings, you know, he wanted to crush this to try and get the ball rolling, that probably would have been a good maneuver, but he was dedicating a lot into those mutas which are not doing their job, so this is the clean win that I'm talking about, right? If he wins here, it's like a very typical push that usually clears up creep, but
these
instead
Vikings are insane. I mean, the Marines have got the damage, but the Vikings are zoning out the mutas so well. Look at it, another one goes down, another one bites the dust. Hellions on top of the drones, the mutas have to respond. The Marines finally do get taken out, but I think the Vikings can clean up what's left, and then they can land and kill what drones there are. Actually, you know what? They can just kill the Overlords, so it might be a better choice. Yeah, there you go, gonna supply block your opponent.
Oh, center, really, with the lack of macro right there. Ooh, that was kind of... that was embarrassing, center.
Maybe not. He's doing so much with the micro on this side of the map, I think it's worth it. Drones go down, Overlords go down. The Mutalist count was thinned out so early. Never do you see Mutalist die this quick unless it's the Zerg player who makes a mistake, but it's really the Vikings that picked and dictated this.
Yeah. Slaps on 4 command, or barracks, that is. He's still got the other, barracks producing, so he still has a sizable army. He saved most of it in the first place because of the Vikings being absolute boss. And now we're going to have Thors and Widowmines with everything.
I seriously am going to start just going Viking builds. Like, I'm just going to copy Center's build. This is ridiculous. Because that's my greatest weakness. I can't deal with mutas at all. But Center's making it happen with bio, not mech. The Banelings get a good connect, and they do take out the Marines. And this push is kind of stalled out for a moment, but I still think just by removing the Mutalisks from play, being up in supply right now, there's a lot of really good things going for Center in this game. And now we got... I thought it was just dropship. Never mind, it's 2 Marines.
Center needs to consolidate and push. He is up by about 40 army supply. His upgrades, they're the same right now, and in fact, looks like +2 armor was not started. So I guess he won't have that going for him. But Sacsri can even afford to get 2-2. Like, something you're gonna have to give up to try and survive.
And that's a problem too, because we saw how bad upgrades hurt him in that one game. But this is a lot of Widowmines underneath this as well. And I don't know if he's got enough to bait out every single shot. Catches some of the reinforcements. Probably the best use of his Banelings, to be honest. The Zerglings get us around on the Marauders too. Heading to that mineral line. SCV's gonna book it. Run! Run for your lives!
Book it to the army! The army!
Do not turn around! Alright, looks like the army will save this command center, though. Under attack. Okay, not in a lot of danger.
Oh, no splits right there. Just like a a few good Baneling hits. A drop, though, kills the Queen, kills a couple of drones. The third base is going to be saved for center.
Man, this is I mean, I knew center was going to play well in the finals, but I had no idea just how well he was going to play. Yeah, I sung his praises in the first game, and this is this is looking so good. The supply account, the resources lost. I mean, there's just such a gap between the two players at the moment. Quick shout out to Morris Willis for subbing to the channel too. But I think here comes the death blow.
Yeah, maybe. +2 weapons is about to finish. Again, that armor never started, but not necessarily needed.
But mine's getting an okay shot off from Marauders, doing a great job chasing down this Banelings. The rally coming across the map. We got a counterattack going on with the Lings, but the SCVs are starting to clean it up. Banelings crashing into the Thors. Nothing touching these Marines. Zombie Grub, I think we're about to get a 3-0 sweep. GG! Center